Toy Story 5 looks amazing, and today we're going to talk about why. How's it going, everybody? It's Cody Condor and welcome back to the channel. We are now less than 2 weeks away from the release of Toy Story, and I think this is a great time to just sit down and talk about the things that we're excited about. There is a lot of pressure on Toy Story 5 to get the franchise back on track, and with all the previews that we've been seeing recently, I think they're gonna knock it out of the park. I remember leaving the theater after Toy Story 4, and I didn't hate it. I wasn't unhappy leaving it. But the longer I've sat with the decisions that movie made, I've just got a sour taste in my mouth about it. Toy Story 5, however, seems to be heading in a better direction. One of the biggest reasons off the bat is new toys. The new toys for Toy Story 5 look amazing. I'm sure I'll put them up on screen right now, but you've got Snappy, Atlas, Smarty Pants. They've got that charming design that the old school toys really had. Remember in the classic movies, the way that some of these guys filled out Andy's collection really nice? I feel like these new additions will do the same thing for Bonnie's collection. Fill it out, round it out. And to have Conan O'Brien as one of the voice actors, I'm a big Conan O'Brien fan. And on the topic of new toys, when you think back to Toy Story 4, outside of Duke Kaboom, I didn't really care for any of the new toys. Cheap carnival plushies, I could do without. Creepy marionette dolls, I could do without. Gabby, they never did anything for me. I did really like Duke Kaboom, and I'm sure there might have been some side characters, like maybe some of the plushies in Bonnie's closet, I think it was. They were kind of cute. But as far as like the real main additions to that movie, they didn't give me that feeling of, man, I want these toys. You guys can see Signature Collection Duke Kaboom in the background. He's the only Toy Story 4 character I have. But Toy Story 5's new characters look great. Toy Story 4 should have expanded Bonnie's collection. You know what I mean? It was the follow-up to 3. We should have seen a lot more time in Bonnie's room, the same way we got to spend time in Andy's room. And to me, it seems like Toy Story 5 will correct that a little bit. I do think the story is going to go way outside the house. Obviously, we've seen the trailer. It's going to go to a farm at some point. So it's not going to be contained to Bonnie's house. But Toy Story 4 went out of its way to never be there, and I didn't like that decision. As much fun as crossing the road was, the Al's Toy Barn scene, Sunnyside, my favorite Toy Story moments personally is just when the toys are inside of a house. You know, when the humans are not around and they're just kind of acting as a community, like the staff meeting scene. The staff meeting scene is one of my favorite, and there's not much at stake. It's just them kind of having like a town hall meeting. But that's what I liked. It made it feel like there was a world established. Another reason to be excited for Toy Story 5, Jessie. Introduced 27 years ago in Toy Story 2, we are finally getting a follow-up to the backstory of Jessie. Her owner Emily, which I'm sure you've all seen the promotional images, I'm not spoiling anything. I believe there was a Japanese trailer that came out recently that showed kind of a preview of Jessie and her owner Emily from way back in the day, kind of modernized with new animation style. And it actually looked really nice. So I am very excited to see Jessie being front and center in this story. Toy Story 2 might be my favorite movie in the entire series, and there seems to be a lot of nods towards it within this trailer, whether it be the high-tech buzzes, which we're going to talk about next, the returning to Jessie's backstory. It feels like a nod to Toy Story 2, and camera just died halfway through shooting. Hope it's not crooked. Okay, now let's talk about the high-tech Buzz Lightyears. They do remind me a little bit of the utility belt Buzz, kind of being an upgrade of our traditional one, so I'm here for it. I'm digging it. They aren't quite as cool as the utility belt Buzz, which I've got back there. He's an iconic design, but Buzz is my favorite character, so if we're getting 100 of him on screen, I'm happy. Remember the aisle in Al's Toy Barn with all the Buzz Lightyears? Now we're getting to see that many Buzzes, but out of the box and alive. I think that's a really fun idea, and I don't think they're getting enough credit for that. I think people are shitting on it a little bit and saying, oh, they're doing the Buzz Lightyear stick again. But we've never got to see this many Buzzes active on screen. By the trailers, it appears that this Buzz army is going to be helping our friends. It seems like they're going to be good guys. I'm excited to see where they end up at the end of the film. Like, is every kid in Bonnie's neighborhood going to get their own high-tech Buzz? Are they all gonna build a raft and sail off into the sunset? Curious to see if all these kids get their own Buzz Lightyear in the neighborhood, and that kind of pulls them away from their tablets. That would be kind of cool. Something I don't see a lot of people talking about is the potential for returning characters. In the trailers, we see Woody and Bo talking about how they're finding lost toys all the time. How cool would it be if those lost toys were ones from our childhood? Andy's classic toys, maybe one that got lost from Sunnyside, the Rock'em Sock'em robots from Al's Toy Barn. There's a lot of cool past characters you could bring back as a lost toy. Rocky Gibraltar. You don't even have to cast a voice actor for him, just animate him. He doesn't speak. You could pay anybody to grunt. Bring back Rocky Gibraltar. So I think Woody and Bo finding some of these old toys and bringing them back to Bonnie's room would be a wonderful surprise. Am I banking my happiness and enjoyment of the movie on it? No, I don't think it's likely to happen, but I have some hope. I think it would be cool. As collectors, all we can really do is hope that Mattel and Disney are going to give us some nice releases for Toy Story 5. There's been a couple, like you can see here, the new potato head that I unboxed recently on the channel. That's a very nice toy. Not a fan of the, I'll put it up on screen, the Ultimate Woody and the Ultimate Buzz. Ultimate. Not very good toys. I'm hoping they do some nice new releases. A new Prickle Pants for people who didn't get the signature collection would be really nice. A full-size Trixie. Disney Store, please make a full-size Trixie. I'm not paying $500-600 for somebody to 3D print one. I will sit here and wait patiently until they make a full-size one from Disney Store.
Disney, even if you charge $100 for Trixie, people are still gonna pay. Make the toy.
I'm so excited for the release of this new movie. I hope you guys are just as excited as I am. We're gonna get to see Jessie shine front and center as the main character, and I'm excited to see what comes along with it. My name is Cody Condor. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.